So let me ask you a question. If you're Khamenei, you're 86 years old, you're very old, probably dying, would you run away? Would you fly to Berlin, to stay alive? I don't think I would. I mean, if they're going to drop bombs and I'm going to get killed, I'm going to get killed where I am. I'm going to stand there, just like what's his name did in Gaza, right? He was, you know, flinging rocks basically when Israel took him out. He didn't run and hide. So I think it's possible that Khamenei was dead days ago, weeks ago. And I say that because how could Israel or the U.S. know for sure they killed him without DNA samples? They can't. They can listen into communications in Iran probably, but Iran can do a counterintelligence, can pretend that they killed him for whatever reason. So I think that the U.S. and Israel either knew he was already dead or knew he was going to stay in a building where he could easily be killed to die a martyr. So it's not as if the U.S. and Israel, outsmarted the Iranians at all, in my opinion. Not at all. It's the Iranians, again, who have outsmarted their enemies. Because from the Iranian point of view, let's just say that he died a week ago. You wouldn't want to announce that to people because it would cause panic. So they wouldn't. They would keep it under wraps. That's what I would do. Isn't it what you would do? With the pending war with a nation, would you basically say, "Oh, your supreme leader is dead"? Why? You don't get anything out of it. You just spread panic and confusion. You would want his death to mean something in your war, and so would he. So, I think it's quite possible he died a while ago, and the U.S. and Israel knew it through communications, but have used it so that when they said he died, they knew that Iran couldn't dispute it because he was dead. He's not going to be going on TV. But also, Iran did it. And it's good for Iran because it makes him a martyr, which is very important in the region. I think the whole Shia, I'm blanking on the other name of the Muslims, differences are overblown. I think his dying just basically not polarizes, but gets everybody in the Middle East to hate the United States and Israel all that more. And of course, I don't mean the top wealthy people that are in cahoots with all this. I'm just talking about your average everyday Middle Easterner. So I just wanted to say that it's not the way they're portraying it. It's not some super coup that the United States did by killing him. I've predicted on my social media a few days during the State of the Union when all the generals were clapping Trump when he came in. I was like, the war is definitely 99.9% on because all the generals that would push back on that were pushed out, and now they're all sycophants to Trump. So I thought, okay, well, the Zionist, Christian nationalists, all the people within the U.S. government or having power over Trump's administration. I mean, they have their way. They have a clear path. They've wanted to do this for a long time. So I said, 99.9% sure that the U.S. was going to start a war, and they did. So, I think I was correct on that. And so there's just no way, and others too, by the way, not like alone. A lot of people did. So what? Like, I don't know how Iran would not see it if somebody can see it 3,000 miles away, right? I mean, just reading the news, it's just all propaganda. If I can see through the propaganda, I think they can. So again, they knew what was going to happen. The U.S. thinks that it's scored some big point here, but they didn't. They actually scored a point for Iran, which happens over and over again. So I don't think Iran did what I predicted in my video a few days ago. I said it will do a small attack on every little country to say, hey, we know where you are. We know you can't defend yourself. So, here's a little taste, okay? So, go have a think. So they did what I predicted. Again, Iran's long-term goal is to get the U.S. out of the region. It's thinking long-term. It's not thinking short-term. It's not thinking, I want to have this super slug-out fight with the U.S. or Israel or anything. It's been doing this slowly for years and years and continues to do so. So it also knows that it's a weekend, the stock market isn't open, so it's not going to do much. It didn't do much today. I don't think it'll do a tremendous amount tomorrow. It'll do it before Monday's market open. Then it will start, I think, sending some serious messages. It will try and tank the U.S. stock market. I mean, if I'm Iran, that's what I would want to do. If they can do that, that's as good as sinking all 11 aircraft carriers, because truth be told, they sink some aircraft carriers. Most Americans will be like, Americans are so tuned out. But if they see their 401ks wiped out, they're going to get pissed off. That's going to, that's going to get through. So where am I at? I'm at 5 minutes, 57 seconds. I think that's probably enough. And I'll see you tomorrow.